And welcome back, everybody. Unfortunately, the audio on this video, as far as like the end game, will be just totally out of whack. It starts right about here, and I don't know because I started using another type of recording software called Hypercam that was suggested to me, but it's a little more complicated than the kind I've been using before, and I still need to tinker around with it. And I don't know what it is, but you get about it just starts to speed the right here. He just speeds up for no reason. This whole thing. I think it's because I'm not getting enough frames, and that just totally threw the audio out of whack for some reason. It gets really bad toward the middle of this too. It's like 10 to 15 seconds of difference between the audio and the video, and I just can't explain it. I may end up just sticking with the Camp Studio from now on because the frame rate may go maybe a little off, but at least the audio stays good. But I'll still tinker around and experiment with this one though. I appreciate the feedback to the people who suggested that to me. By the way, it was more than one person, but I'll still be looking into it. But after this video, I'm just gonna stick with Cam Studio for the time being. All right, so I went to the shop here because this is where we can buy our first armor. We picked up the hammer yesterday, which I'll show off later on. Also bought. Those pants aren't for me. First of all, they didn't get very creative with the names of the items, as far as like armor, especially first. They get better later on, but pick-me-ups, what they do is if you die in battle, you can revive someone in battle, and mushrooms restore health. Honey syrup restores your flower power, and as you can see there, I've already equipped the hammer, and I got the shirt, and I'm equipping jump shoes, which allow me to jump on any kind of enemy. Now, another thing I need to mention is, between this video and last video, I grinded my way up to level 5. So Mario's currently up to level 5. I just wanted to make sure I was strong as possible for whatever came up later on. I'll do that several times throughout this series. See what I mean about him? Like the game really speeds up. Thing is, with Hypercam, you have to experiment a little more with your frame rates than you do in say like Camp Studio. I've been told if you know how to tinker around with it, you get really good. I'm gonna try recording at a higher frame rates from here on out because I didn't even bother with that. I'm pretty sure that's the problem, is what's caused this. How fast it gets anyway. As far as the audio, I have no idea what caused that. So anyway, we've made it to the Toad Chancellor here, and we're about to explain to him what happened when we rescued Toadstool. It's weird to call her Toadstool. Get so used to call her Peach. It's weird how they changed her name for no reason. Now, if you're listening to the video, you can really notice the difference between what's going on here and what's on the audio. It's a good 10 to 15 second difference, and it drives me crazy. I tried my best to find a way to fix it, but I could not. Unfortunately, I save stated like right after I finished where we stopped today, so I couldn't redo it because that was my plan. Though, what can you do? Alright, so after that long explanation, let's see. And he wants us to save the princess. Big surprise. You think this being a kingdom that they'd have their own army, they could do their own crap, Oh, and he gave us a map. Thanks a lot. Apparently, in the Mushroom Kingdom, only like the Chancellor can give out maps. So he tells us to go to the Vault Guard, who would not let us enter earlier as I tried to go back there. There's nothing terribly useful in there, but you do get a mushroom, a flower, which actually is pretty useful, and a coin. Just a regular old big coin. I think it's worth like 10 or something like that. Also, another thing I need to mention is also like hidden chests in the game. I probably won't find that many, but it's just something if you ever play the game you might want to look out for. It's a pretty weird currency system they have in Mushroom Kingdom. You know, it seems like they could just, you know, go to, you know, paper money, but guess not. But why am I talking about currency? I don't know. I went back up here because I was looking for some cameos, but they don't occur till a little later in the game, I don't believe. Because we obviously we do end up coming back here twice more in the game. At least twice, actually. Oh, there's that thief that one character alluded to earlier. And someone's chasing him. Appears to be a chicken McNugget. That's what he looks like to me. Just, you know, uncooked. Actually, right now I can't tell you exactly what he is, mostly because of story reasons. But I'll just pretend I have no idea. Wow, he's a big crybaby, isn't he? Can't even solve his own problems, but he can apparently control the weather somehow. That's interesting. But this is where we'll stop, so come back tomorrow. And hopefully I'll have better audio by then. Though, continue to send me feedback, and I would be happy to. Trust me, I'll try my best to solve this problem. Well,